Okay, so this is what we call, don't say anything, I'm in the airport, but it's a visa run. So we're gonna fly to Kuala Lumpur from Bali, from Denpasar, Bali, Indonesia. I already got the visa stamp to get out of here. Gonna go to Kuala Lumpur, get a stamp, and then come back. That's how we do this. And I got my, we're probably gonna have to blur that out, but there we go. And check it out. We got departure gates right up there, and shops and all that good shit. Ooh, and look how colorful and fancy it is in there. Anyway, good times, and check in with you soon on this visa run. All right. As you can see, they really want you to spend some money before you leave, because all of these stores are right on the way to your gate. Anyway, now I'm not much of a shopper, so I don't really give a shit about all this stuff. But it's interesting, isn't it? It's like the world's most expensive impulse buys is you check out at the supermarket. And it really doesn't stop, because here we have a whole food court, and more stores and more stores and more stores, and the last wave with some surfboards to appropriately make the pun right by there, and departure gates. So it just keeps taking you in almost a big spiral to get you around these stores to get you to the gates. This is spectacular marketing. Of course, you might need a last-minute roast duck. Sexy in this world is everywhere, and I love it. And we're going to be flying on Air Asia with the most wonderful safety record of any airline. Of course, I was being sarcastic, and but that's great because I love the flight. Quick look at some destinations here from Denpasar, Bali. Give you an idea of that. Anyway, this is a really nice airport. It's certainly nicer than a lot of the airports in America back home. And so far so good on this don't tell anyone visa run. This here is a Singapore Airlines A330-300 with Rolls-Royce Trent 700 engines. And today I'll be taking an A330-300 as well, but it will be Air Asia. I'm a Boeing guy, but still a nice ride. So for anyone a little nervous about flying and you do ever need to take an Indonesian airline for whatever reason, Garuda Indonesia is the one to take. They have the better safety record, and this is another A330, and they're right taxiing by. That's a Boeing 737-800 of Garuda Indonesia. So anyway, still on the way to the gate. Okay, so that there is the exact plane that I will be taking. That is an Airbus A330-300, taking that bad boy to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia on this visa run. And coming back will be an Airbus A320, which is a single aisle smaller jet on the way back for the same 3-hour flight. Just want to show you guys real quick that Nam Air. That's a Boeing 737-600, which is very rare. Very rare. You don't see too many of those at all. So that's pretty cool to see that one. A 600 is much like the old 500, but it's of the next generation with the wingtips. Pretty cool. Hello, ladies.
Hi, are you 48?
Thank you so much.
Japan and speaks Bahasa, English and Japanese. We are happy to introduce you our senior cabin crew Bogat from Malaysia, cabin crew user from Japan, cabin crew user.
wingtips in the air. Check that bad boy out, like a balloon. Rock on, man. Okay, so here we are in Kuala Lumpur Airport, and there's really not much to see yet except for your long terminal walk. So, until there's some action, we'll check in again in a minute. And how so fast they hit you again with the shopping. Just about everything you could ever want to spend all your money on right by the baggage claim. This world is turning into one big shopping mall, and it's very interesting, especially being an observer, as George Carlin said. Check out this badass bus. All the way in the back. This is the bus to Kuala Lumpur, so we'll check in again soon. Time for a long ride. So this, believe it or not, is my hotel, which is huge, and there's actually 4 buildings of this exact same height and size. So we are going to D block. Actually, that sounds like prison. We're going to building D, and I think this one is C. So this is by far the biggest hotel that I've ever stayed in my life, by quite a landslide. So this is my room at Setia Sky, and that's the living room there. You can see my table, my couch, got a flat screen, and look at that view as we head toward the balcony. I just couldn't believe it when I saw that. That's the Twin Towers, of course, in the background. Nice couch, which I actually never used the entire night. Nice table and nice TV, again unused. However, as the camera pans up, I certainly had all 3 of the air conditioners blasting all night long, because it is blazing ass hot in Kuala Lumpur. Now when you go on your travel website to book a flight and hotel and you're budget conscious, you don't expect to come up with a hotel like this for barely $30 in US dollars. Look at that view. Sitting outside enjoying a menthol vapor and looking at that really made this trip for me. It was quite amazing. I recommend this hotel to anyone making a visa run or anyone just going to Kuala Lumpur. Now here we have the kitchen, which I did not even use at all. And when I say kitchen, I mean full kitchen. There we've got a stove with 4 burners, an oven. All those cupboards that you see, they're stocked with dishes. That's a full-size refrigerator. And I just couldn't believe it when I saw all this. And then if we pan over here to the right, that is a washing machine in case you have to wash your clothes. And it took me a while to figure out that I actually had 2 bathrooms, but I did. And there's the second bathroom, which I did not use even one time. But anyhow, it's there. And I don't think I've ever rented a hotel with 2 bathrooms before, so that was pretty bitchin' in and of itself. Now let's go over to the main bedroom, which has the main bathroom, and that's my shower there, and sink of course, and mirror and all that good stuff. And boy, let me tell you, I enjoyed a nice half an hour shower in that bad boy, because the water pressure kicked some serious ass. There's my bed and the view from the bed. You can't beat that laying there at night looking at that view. If there's anything more pretty to go to sleep to, that must be one hell of a girl you got. But I really, really enjoyed that amazing bedroom, comfortable bed, and imagine looking at that all night. Ceiling fan running. Of course, the 3rd air conditioner is in this room here. And then I guess I'm just so enthused about this view that I keep filming it. Now we switch to the daytime. It's the next morning. I'm tired, but I'm up and ready for the day, ready to get back to Bali, and there is the view. So waking up to a view like that in the morning is pretty bitchin'. And it's very early and I'm tired, but as this visa run continues, I was thinking about going to that tower and getting some shots, which I still might do. But for now, I want to take you up to the pool in this hotel and check that out. And we'll show you that. So that'll be our next little stop on this visa run here in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Well, I gotta say I'm really gonna miss it here. This view behind me is just amazing. This balcony, this hotel that I was very fortunate to stay in. Really thought this thing was gonna be no more than like a Holiday Inn or something back home, or maybe even less than that. And I ended up just having this luxury experience by some stroke of luck. So really gonna miss it here. Just gotta say one last goodbye. So I'm about to call and check out. Gotta make sure to do that properly because the deposit is significant and I do need that back. So goodbye room, goodbye couch, goodbye TV and fan and air conditioners, and goodbye kitchen that I never used whatsoever. Goodbye amazing half an hour long shower that I took last night. Goodbye bathroom, and goodbye bed with view. Rock on. Thanks for all who joined this video. So I'm back in Bali now after a successful visa run, and of course I had to show you that last shot that was the interesting bathrooms that you'll find around Southeast Asia. So just be prepared. I thought that was a good grand finale, and also you can't have a camera going through customs and going through immigration at the airport in Bali. So it was successful, it was easy. I got a new visa. Make sure that when you do come to the airport, and it will say this in my instructions below or wherever in the description of this video, be sure that when you get to the airport, instead of going straight to the several to one of the several immigration counters where you get your free 30-day entry, you want to actually go to the left where there's a counter that you can buy a 30-day visa, because you need to buy that 30-day visa in order to be able to extend it for another 30 days. This, by the way, is assuming that you're getting a tourist visa, because everything changes if you're going for a social visa or a work visa. So make sure you do that. After you do that, then you go to counter 2, and then from counter 2 you get stamped on your passport and off to customs you go. Make sure before you get to customs that you have your customs declaration paper. Even if you've got nothing to declare, just make sure to have the paper done and filled out, because if not, you'll get sent all the way to the back of what can be a very big line depending on how many flights landed, which I learned the hard way once. And then you should get right through pretty easily, and since you're on a visa run, you'll only have one little bag with you anyway, so you'll breeze right through there. Then when you come out, of course, you'll be barraged by the hustling taxi drivers, and hopefully by this point, if you're staying in Bali long enough, you got some friends or other means of transportation, so you don't have to deal with hustlers. And you're back, and it feels great to be back. Bali is wonderful. Living here has been amazing, and I hope it continues for a little while before coming back to America. So good luck on your visa run, and thanks for watching my video. Is this a visa run or is this a visa run? Air Asia Go. That's the app to use, the website. Oh, the water pressure? Absolutely fabulous. Look, it's running through a month. Water coming up here. And this bad boy right there. Ooh. Oh yeah. I give him a shower. 2 thumbs up.